This is 2020 Vision with Sean Callagy. We're here creating dreams and breakthroughs, crushing fear and distortion, and this is a true honor. I am sitting here with one of my great mentors, Dr. Charles Berg.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, pal.
Thank you,
in his amazing office, and many folks hear me tell the story that I was $100,000 in debt, had really struggled with the idea of what to do, and I was going to quit the law because of oppressive things that were going on and challenges. I was going to become a high school teacher, baseball and football coach, which would have been an amazing life as well. Mm-hmm. And my mom said, why don't you go talk to Dr. Berg? I haven't seen Dr. Berg for over a decade with athletic injuries and just general health care. And this is a man of wisdom and amazing things. So it wasn't just what he told me to do, it was who he was in my life that it began. So, wow. Doc, what's life about for you? Like, this was 1997, by the way, when that happened.
Yeah.
I've been seeing him since 1985. So what's up?
All I can reflect upon was this amazing young man. And one of the things that I found profound, or what I enjoy doing, is trying to touch a life. And when I heard what he was about, who he was, I just said, you know what, to his mom, can I take your son to dinner? So we went to dinner, and just conversation over that evening, I introduced him to a book, Awaken the Giant Within, because I've always found, Sean, that you need to surround yourself not only with people, but sometimes if the people aren't there, books are there. And wisdom is such an amazing thing that gives us insight. And I don't know, all I did was touch you, with an idea or taking this, and now this dude has just taken it to extremes with all that you have done in your life. So it makes me feel proud.
That is kind, but this is the truth. All we're really doing is paying it forward for mentors. And you're one of my mentors. I talk about people in my family, my high school coaches, and of course the work of Tony Robbins. But you were the catalyst for that bridge from how athletics impacted my life into that world, but also the reinforcement. I was always coming here, always seeing you, and I come here as much for my body. You're amazing working with the physical body, but for my mind and emotions. And by the way, Dr. Berg, you're an author. Right.
Yeah, so I wrote a book called Is Your Lifestyle Killing You? How to Chase Dreams Without Sacrificing Your Health and Your Sanity. And so my gig is that I just don't believe that there's one simple thing to enjoying this game of life. I use my hands, I'm a chiropractor, and that's wonderful. But I have a t-shirt in the other room, and it's called the Chuck Berg Triune of Truth. Align the spine, eat from the vine, calm the mind. And it is the mind, Sean, that as far as I'm concerned, is the key most important thing in this world. And so when people come into this room, I'm trying to do my best with my clinical skills, but recognizing that if you're not addressing those other two areas, it is really important. And you know what? People come in here showing they got migraines, they got back problems, they have a plethora of problems. But what's so important is to have them understand that their mind is critical thinking, how you look at yourself, and more importantly, not for nothing, teaching people how to love themselves and appreciate themselves.
I feel deeply emotional sitting here. The timing is incredible. By the way, us shooting a video is ridiculously overdue. My fault, right? So, but coming off of having been at Tony Robbins' house this weekend, and I felt very emotional on multiple moments, but that first night when I was there, and the last night I shot a video when I was heading out, in both of those, I had you in my mind and heart, and thinking that it's like these little ways that you touch lives, you touch lives, I touch lives, hopefully, and all of us are touching lives every day, and we're sending other lives in directions, and hopefully the world will be a much different place if people were sending lives in the direction that you are. And this is the truth. I've been blessed and privileged to meet a lot of people, and this man is one of the most purely good humans I have ever encountered. Consistent. Walking through that door and I've walked through that door in some of the most challenging times of my life, some of the highest times of my life, the best, right? And just normal days. And no matter what happens when you walk through the front door of River Vale Chiropractic Center, Dr. Berg's office, you just feel home, you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel cared about, you feel important. And that was going on when I was 15, it's still going on here 34 years later at 49. And I am so grateful to you for all the ways you've impacted my life, Doc.
Wow. That's awesome. Unbelievable. Well, you know what? I want to leave the people. Somebody shared with me, one of my mentors, the concept of a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. And I always tell my patients, I tell people when I do little speaking events, we live our lives like we're going to live forever. And yet all we do is rent space for a very short period of time. And, you know, there's something called, I always say, I wanted success. But what I found, Sean, is that success is nothing without significance. And just hearing your story alone has my life felt or is feeling incredible significance. And I have to say a shout out to my wife, Jody, who always tells me you touch so many people's lives. And I have my frustrations. You know, you told me I'm more of the artist than the entrepreneur.
Right.
So while I certainly want to have a wonderful practice, and my chiropractic practice has allowed me to travel the world and go places and have everything I've ever wanted, but I will tell the people in the audience, please, just like my book, stop chasing things and start working on being significant. So thank you for this opportunity. This was an absolute blessing. And you are somebody that I look up to myself, and there's a million people who are now using this dude as a mentor, and they should. So listen to Sean Callagy on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. It'll change your life.
Thanks, Doc. Hey, we're all just learning to see, and you've taught me so much about seeing.
You bet.
Thanks.
God bless.